Guys, welcome to the Robert Bob Ford Sr. Talk Show. Man, we have a great show today. I have a great friend of mine, my cousin, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. Man, this brother is awesome, man. He got a lot of great things going on, not just in St. Louis, but across the country with his children's book, ABC of Love. Man, this guy's gonna bring a lot of energy to the show. So at this time, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, Mr. Rodgers Howard. Come on up, my friend.
Thank you.
Come on up.
How you doing,
Good to see you, baby. Good to see you. All righty.
Honored to be here.
Yeah, talk to the camera a little bit, man. About the adventures coming down from St. Louis to Jackson, Mississippi.
All right. First of all, Jackson, Mississippi, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here, and I'm so grateful to be working with Mr. Ford and the staff. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm a self-published author, and I'm the author of the ABCs of Love. And the mission statement of my book is, love is a verb, meaning an action word. It's not what you're talking about, it's what you're doing. So I wanted to come on the show today and speak about the characters that we have to build into our babies to give them the advantage they need to get from point A to point B through a biblical cause of building character through the ABCs of Love.
Awesome. So guys, stay with us. Come back with us. Sit down with us. Enjoy this great opportunity to meet this brother all the way from St. Louis. So, also, coming up later in the show, we have a great chef, my chef, Chef Tina. We'll be back shortly.
Suits are powerful. They say I'm here for a reason. Suits don't make the man or the woman, but they undeniably enhance who he or she is. Demand respect without saying a word. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you're going. Dress for where you're going. How we dress says to the world how we see ourselves. My passion is to give the world this feeling. We may not be able to change the world with a suit, but with the right suit, we can change how the world sees us.
The greatest impact we can have on the future is teaching our children to live healthy at home, at play, and at school. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our schools to support them in being places where our children learn about healthy habits and where they are empowered to achieve full academic potential. With the compassion of the Cross and the security of the Shield, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi is building a healthy Mississippi.
The Robert Bob Ford Sr. Talk Show. Welcome back, guys. I have a special guest from St. Louis, Missouri, Mr. Rodgers Howard. Hey, welcome to the show, my friend.
Welcome.
Love you, brother. I love you so much. Let's get into this book that you have put together for our young people.
Yes, sir.
Black, white, green, yellow, doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me a little bit about why did you publish this particular book?
Well, the ABCs of Love, as you can see, is a book based off the alphabets. And working with the alphabets, I wanted to try to put a synopsis where we can build something that they can relate to building a character.
Okay.
So this book is built on the expression of love and character building. So with that, if we instill that in our babies young, they'll walk like that, they'll talk like that, and they'll treat others like that. So that's the initial game plan on why I wrote the book, to give our babies some value of who they are and see themselves in their likeness.
Wow.
In imagery.
Wow. Absolutely awesome. So when you present this particular book, when you go into the middle school and elementary schools, what is the feedback from the young kids?
Oh, the feedback is tremendous because they're
From
thirsty.
our young baby, like you
for
said,
our young babies,
babies, right?
My babies,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
because they're thirsty for love.
Wait, say that word again?
They're thirsty for love.
Yes,
they're
sir.
human love robots. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? They're naturally loved. So when they receive that, they feel that. But it's our job as adults to feed that into their spirit. Because a lot of them don't have that. So we're the fill in the gappers. You know, where they're missing, we can fill in what they're missing and keep them where they're above float. So my job, where I sit now, is to make sure our babies are sufficient and confident readers by 3rd grade. I want to build a nation of young Harry Potters, where our babies can take their same intellect and be creative writers and put that on document, and now they're a version of what they see themselves as Harry Potters.
Right.
But in order to get that, we have to give them the tools to work with that.
The what?
The tools.
The tools. They
The
gotta
tools.
have. You can't build a house with no tools.
You can't.
You can't fix a carburetor without tools.
You can't.
So we
You
gotta
can't.
give them and equip them with the proper tools to be successful.
We have to equip them with the proper tools because they're just human sponges and they reflect off what they see us doing. I'll give you an example. If I can go through some of the processes of my book, just a quick example.
Please.
Quick example.
Okay.
And you guys might be able to relate to
We
this.
can zoom in on this here.
Now with this, y'all got to understand I'm speaking to 5 to 7 year olds. So
5 to 7 years old.
5 to 7 year olds.
Okay.
So everything is in a simplistic format.
Okay.
So with that, the first example is love is love is affection. Our babies need to know what affection is. They need to know what that looks like. Because a lot of them don't know how that feels. So I think when you grow up affection and you're showing that affection, you can receive that. The next example is love is love is brave. And what brave is being is stepping out of your comfort zone. As you can see, this young man is stopping a fight that could potentially happen.
Right.
So he's stepping out of his comfort zone to make sure his friend is not harmed. Okay. So with that, that's what we do when we do out of love. We act out of spirit and we act out of good consciousness.
Okay.
Perfect example is love is caring. Love is love is caring. With love is caring, as you can see through the illustrations, the baby's taking care of the mother. The grandmother.
The grandmother.
They're letting you know that little people can do big things too. They don't have to have a job to show their affection.
Say that. Little people can do what?
Little people can do big things too. And so, but the little people doing big things, their way of doing big things is showing their actions through love.
Okay.
As through this right here. Love is caring. She see her grandmother's having a hard day. She wants to reassure grandmother everything's okay.
Everything's okay.
And that's a form of love. The next one that we can see is love is D. Love is dedication. It's like anything else. What you dedicate yourself to is what you'll come out with as far as winning or losing. As you can see, this brother is dedicated to being excellent and working out of excellence. And that's what we're out here for, to give ourselves a chance to work out of excellence, to show our babies what that looks like.
Wow. So we're gonna hold that thought right there. I wanna know more about Mr. Rodgers Howard.
Okay.
Tell our audience who you are, where you're going, and just, the absolutely great things you're doing in life.
Okay, well, thank you for that. My name is Rodgers Howard Jr. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a self-published author of the ABCs of Love, like we just mentioned. I graduated from Riverview Gardens in 1984. I'm a United States veteran. I was a veteran for 12 years. I was a transportation specialist where my whole tour, all I did was drive for military and civilian dignitaries. Everybody from the President Bush to Andrew Young, Maynard Jackson, et cetera, et cetera. When I got out of the military, I relocated to St. Louis, Missouri, and I worked for the government there for 23 years. And working for the government there, I retired in 2012. Once I retired in 2012, I told myself that I wanted to do something to reflect, giving something back to our youth, and letting them understand that it's a real world out here, and you have to be able to apply yourself and be able to make good decisions on the go, because life is on the go. So with that, I want to put in my babies at a young age that, first of all, they're extremely important. Second of all, they're extremely intelligent. But Bob, rule 1 and 2 don't mean nothing without rule 3.
Oh, give me rule 3. Please
rule
give it to
3
me.
is this. If you don't move out the spirit of kindness, you're not going to make it.
Say it again.
If you don't move out the spirit of kindness, you're not going to make it. So therefore, we're going to move out the spirit of kindness so we can make it. So that is my whole imagery around building our babies' nest, to let them understand that they have value, that they're important, but you have to put the work in. The mission statement is, love is a verb, meaning the action word. It's not what you're talking about, it's what you're doing.
Yeah.
So once we get the message of what to do, now we can act on it. But our babies don't know what to do if we're not giving them the tools to work off.
Wow. What we're going to take a quick commercial break. I want you to tell our audience how we met, how we became great friends, how we became cousin, family.
Definitely.
Always, baby.
Always.
So at this time, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. The Robert Bob Ford Sr. Talk Show. We love you guys. We're getting started. It's going to be heated in here. It's going to be awesome. So, also coming on, my chef, Chef Tina. She is cooking it up over there, guys. So we'll be back shortly.
Circuits deliver power by making connections. At Entergy, we believe that works for people, too. The next generation is our connection to the future. So every year, Entergy invests millions of dollars in education to teach skills for better jobs, to build a brighter path. To us, making connections means more than electricity. It means fulfilling promise. And together, we power life. Entergy.
It's a connection to the world. A great starting point leading up to your final destination. A place where you'll see familiar faces, artists traveling, leaping even to different places. Because there are flight connections, then there are human connections. Those you can't buy a ticket for. You just have to be present. No matter where you go, you have something, some memory, some experience to hold on to. And before you explore it, you can get one more dose of vitality, hospitality, and congeniality, all at the Jackson Medgar Wiley Evers International Airport. Your pit stop for pleasant encounters. Your connection to the world.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. The Robert Bob Ford Sr. Talk Show. Man, I'm so happy to be on set. We kind of take a little hiatus, but we're back. We're doing this thing. We're keeping it real with my friend, Mr. Not that other Roger, the neighborhood,
That's right.
but the St. Louis Roger, Mr. Roger Howard.
That's right. That's right.
Your neighborhood, baby.
That's right. St.
So
Louis,
we're
Missouri.
going to continue to elaborate on how we met and how we became family and just brothers in Christ and teaching your daughter how to play golf, man.
Yes, yes.
Come on, give it a little history. Give it a
Well,
little history.
for all of you guys that, I'm sure all you guys know Mr. Ford, but me and Mr. Ford grew up years ago together as young adults where
Yes.
these guys were my mentors. Him, Carlos Mayfield, Larry Fields,
My
Demetrius
lawyer,
Johnson.
baby.
Yeah, you know,
Larry
Red
Fields.
Cussin, all these guys are prominent people in St. Louis, and I grew up under that leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up under the leadership of Rob and Carlos and people of that magnitude, you guys showed us the emphasis of what it was like to be yourself.
Right.
And don't be scared to be great.
Right.
You know, you always pushed us on be yourself, don't be scared to be great, and give it the best you got at all times.
Absolutely.
And when I watched you guys develop as a youngster, I took a little bit of everything that you guys had and tried to mix it up into me.
You was right in the mix with us, baby.
Yeah, I was right in the mix.
You
You
was
know
right
what
in
I
the
mean?
mix.
Was right in the mix.
We
So
had
with
we had
that,
an awesome team in St. Louis.
St. Louis
Brothers
is,
that was out reaching people, man, and giving young people like yourself, you know, great information on how to live life and
Right.
enjoy life
Right.
and how to be very professional in business.
Yeah.
We did that.
we did that, and like I said, the guys that I mentioned earlier, you, Demetrius, Larry, Carlos, David, you guys are business owners, professional men that's doing this, that you guys are giving back to the community, and that's the example that I wanted to set.
Right, right.
So that's where I am now at this stage in my life, where I wanted to be able to be an example to our youth and let them understand that they have value. And in having value, you have to be able to express that and let
Cuzzo.
others to connect with that.
Cuzzo.
And that's what we did. We
Yes.
connected through the Most High.
Yes, we did.
And we brought that from a spiritual standpoint to the neighborhood, to the baseball field,
Oh!
to the basketball field,
Come
to the
on.
football field.
Yes, sir.
And now we're
We
here
did it
doing
all.
our thing. We did it all.
We did. And I just want to commend you, you know, for staying the course. You know, after all our leadership, you know, myself, Carlos, Demetrius Johnson,
The whole crew.
Pat,
Larry, the whole
Larry
crew.
Fields, the whole
Demetrius.
crew, man. Demetrius Johnson played in the NFL, man.
Yes, yes.
We just so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you.
We're so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. To keeping the train rolling
That's important.
for our next generation.
And that's what's so important to me, to make sure our next generation understands the value. Like I said, I spoke of earlier, the 3L Connect.
Right,
Love,
right.
loyalty, and laughter.
Say it again.
Love, loyalty, and laughter. That's
I
the
love
3L
it.
Connect. Love, loyalty, and laughter. And with those three components, you can't lose.
Mm-hmm.
And if we infuse that into our babies and let them understand that this is the elements of life, you're going to have to be loyal to something.
Come on, that's right.
You're going to have to love something.
That's right.
But if you don't have that laugh medicine, you're not existing.
Wow.
So with that, we want to make sure all those things are in the components of our baby understanding. It's okay to cry.
Right.
It's okay to show emotions. It's okay to be you. So once they understand that it's okay, they won't feel so bad in expressing themselves to others because they know that I'm me and I'm the best me possible.
Come on, come
So that's
on.
what we got to give
Come
them,
on,
man,
baby,
the best
come
me
on.
possible.
Go ahead.
And just being the best me possible, I look at this right here.
Right.
The staff, your staff, you, and the beautiful people of Jackson, how y'all bring this all together to highlight people and what they're doing, like myself, to be able to reach the community and let them understand that we care about you. And we want to be able to make sure that the public at large understand what we're bringing to the table.
And that's what we want to do.
And
We
I
wanna
appreciate
reach the-
that
we wanna-
opportunity.
Yes, we want to reach the masses.
I
You know,
appreciate that.
We can go back 20 years. We
Yeah.
all talked about this here.
Right.
We want to reach the masses
Yes,
in a
sir.
good, positive way.
Yes, sir.
Good brothers. We're not out there, you know, gang banging and doing
None of
this
that.
and doing that.
We're too old for that.
We're too old for it. We all said we're going to do it right, and we're going to leave a good legacy for our
Yes.
next generation.
And that was so important that I spoke of earlier with you guys being our mentors. You know what I mean? And you guys being our mentors, I looked up to that and I took that serious.
You did.
You know what I'm
You sure
saying?
did.
You know, Rob, how many brothers you know retired at 46? You know what I'm saying? So for me, what you guys put in front of me was something that I valued along with my dad and everything else that made that chemistry work. So now I want to take what I have and give back to our youth. And I want to build a nation full of young Harry Potters.
Wow.
Young self-published authors like myself, and let them understand the value that they have and the royalties they can have through the pen.
Wow.
Being a writer is something that's incredible, and there's power in the pen. And once they understand it, I think that'll take them to another level of creativity and thinking. You know what I mean?
You know, we talked, you know, I had the pleasure of driving you around the city this morning. We had a great breakfast, man.
Yeah,
Boy,
breakfast
my
off the
goodness.
chain, yeah.
At the golf course.
Golf course,
And-
everything.
Let's talk about that experience. Okay, let's
Okay.
talk about that experience at the golf course when it's 99.9% all white was there. We saw some brothers there.
Yeah, it was you.
How was that experience? Me taking you to the golf course.
It was absolutely lovely. And when I say lovely, you couldn't tell the difference of anybody in the crowd because we all had love and respect for what it was that we was doing. So you felt at home as soon as you got
Felt
there.
at home.
I mean, at home. You know what I mean? So I couldn't say nothing, but I had a wonderful time with the people and yourself. And like I said, Jackson and Lodge, I'm great. I couldn't
Amen.
complain about
Amen.
anything.
Now, we was talking while we was driving this morning. You was telling me that, you know, you met Don King.
Right. Me and my
Howard
friend.
Hewitt.
Yeah, Howard Hewitt.
Talk about that experience.
Well, with the Don King situation, my good friend out of St. Louis, Missouri, his name is James Lefty Bell. That's
Lefty
my man.
Bell,
I'm giving
baby.
Lefty Bell a plug. He's the original author and the architect of the project. He didn't have anything of no knowledge of how to do a book and how the book process worked. So he reached out to me as we being childhood friends, and we put that together for him. And he presented it to Mr. King. Mr. King loved it, got back with us, and approved it. So now he's out and published now, but it was just the consulting aspect of it to bring it together for my friend Lefty to put that project together for Mr. King and give him his flowers while he's living.
Right.
Mr. King's an icon. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it was a pleasure to work with James and Mr. King. It was awesome.
Awesome. What about
Mr. Hewitt, I just
Hewitt.
met him in passing. We was in
Okay.
San Diego and he did a concert. And my cousin is a concert
the reason
promoter.
in San Diego is
I was promoting my book. I was doing a speaking engagement out in San Diego with the elementary schools there. And he had a concert that particular weekend, so I was able to be there and catch that. And Mr. Hewitt is an awesome guy. He loved what I was doing, you know, so I didn't really get to chop it up with him like I really wanted to, but he's an awesome brother in exchange. He's an awesome brother.
wow. At this time, we're going to take a short, quick commercial break. Man, I'm smelling some great food next door.
Yes.
You know, coming late on the show, my girl, my chef, Miss Tina. Chef Tina.
Miss
Doing her
Tina.
thing, baby. So stay with us. We'll be back shortly. The Robert Bob Ford Senior Talk Show with my friend, Mr. Rodgers Howard. Back shortly.
Suits are powerful. They say I'm here for a reason. Suits don't make the man or the woman, but they undeniably enhance who he or she is. Demand respect without saying a word. It doesn't matter where you come from, it's where you're going. Dress for where you're going. How we dress says to the world how we see ourselves. My passion is to give the world this feeling. We may not be able to change the world with a suit, but with the right suit, we can change how the world sees us.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi partners with our communities to promote living healthy. With the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, we're empowering you to take control of your personal wellness journey and to find the joy of being active at every age and helping you build proud, healthy communities with a heart of hospitality, because it's about you, your health, your life. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Guys, welcome back. The Robert Bob Ford Senior Talk Show is alive. I'm so awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to be back on stage, be back on television, and with my good friend, my family, Mr. Rodgers Howard.
Yes.
Welcome back, baby.
Thank you,
Welcome
man.
back.
Honored
This show
to
been
be
awesome.
here. Yes,
This show
man.
been awesome. So what we're going to do now, we're going to really dissect your book, the book that you wrote.
Yes, sir.
For our young people.
Yes, sir.
And for all people. Is I'm correct?
Yes, correct.
So let's open your book up. Open your book up. Let's really let the people know what this book is all about.
All right,
And
Jack.
also, I want our Jackson Public Schools superintendent and principals and, you know, Birmingham superintendent and principal, get this book, man. Get this book. It's awesome.
Thank you, Mr.
I have
Ford.
one. You're going to sign it for me, right?
I got you,
gonna
Mr.
sign it
Ford.
for
I
me?
got one for your staff, too.
Oh,
but
go ahead.
thank you, Mr. Ford, for that intro. But as you can see, I'm the author, self-published author of the ABCs of Love. And my mission statement, again, is if you didn't get to the first episode, love is a verb, meaning action word. And with that being said, we have to give our babies examples, Rob, of what love is. And I'm going to go through a quick snippet of just the ABCs of Love, A to Z, real quick and simple, so everybody kind of paraphrase where I'm going with it.
That.
Love is A, love is affection. Love is B, love is brave. Love is C, love is caring. Love is D, love is dedication. Love is E, love is excellence. Love is F, love is family. Love is G, love is giving. Love is H, love is happiness. Love is I, love is imagination. Love is J, love is joy. Love is K, love is kind. Love is K, love is kind. Love is L, love is loyalty. Love is M, love is memories. Love is N, love is noble.
Okay, let me kind of cut you off right there. We're gonna
Okay.
keep going though.
Yeah.
But I really want to find out, you know, your heart behind this book. I see
Okay.
colors. I see different characters in the book. What gave you the desire to write an awesome book like this here for our young people?
Well, for me,
Did it come from God? Was it a spirit?
It was definitely from God, because for me, I listened to Him with everything that I do. And before I left this earth, I wanted to leave a legacy piece for my daughter that I can leave for her, that to be a positive message, not only for her, but her friends and kids alike. So what better way to put out a message through the alphabets, because the alphabets are going nowhere. That's part
It's
of our
not going
language.
anywhere. Yes,
So the
our language.
ABCs of
Our
love will
cultural
always be something that you can relate to.
Yes,
So I
sir.
wanted to put something in a simplistic format to where our babies can identify with it, along with adults alike, and put meaning behind the alphabet through love.
Wow.
Through a character building aspect to where that's something they can identify with. They can see themselves in their likeness.
Right.
They can relate and understand that the world is yours. Go get it.
Go get it.
Go get it.
No,
It's
no one's
yours.
gonna hand you anything.
You gotta go get it.
Keep going, my
Go
friend.
get
Keep
it.
going. Because I want
As-
to ask you about the birds on the back of the book.
As you can see, love is noble. This brother is giving instructions to his son to let him understand this is how we live life. This is how we do it. Love is ownership. Love is ownership. Love is patience. Love is quality. Love is respect. Love is safety. Love is trust.
Wow.
Love is unity. Love is value. And if you notice, with the wisdom, and love is X factor. She can be anything she wants to be, anything she wants to be. Love is yin, and what yin means, Bob, is a craving. I have a craving to be great. I have a craving to be special. Got a craving,
baby.
got a craving. You got to feel it.
You gotta
got to
feel it.
want it.
You
You got to be
gotta want it.
hungry. You got to be hungry.
Keep
You know what I'm
going,
saying?
keep going.
You see,
I'm about
she
to lose
eating
my
her.
cool.
You got to be hungry. Right here, love is zen. Love is zest. And what zest means is support. I support you. And to close out, love is a verb, meaning action word.
Wow.
What
It
you're
is
doing,
an
not
action
what you're
word.
talking
You gotta
about.
go do it.
You gotta go do it.
You gotta go do it. We
You
can
gotta go do it. All day.
All day.
All day.
But you gotta walk it.
But you gotta walk it, and you
walk
gotta
it.
put some work in.
Now, I'm looking at the back of your cover. Why is the birds?
The birds represent love, and they're heading to their place of familiarity, wherever that
Their
is.
destination.
Their destination. So love has no ending.
Right.
It's eternal,
Just keep
it's
going.
universal, and it goes on as long as you want to keep the train running.
Wow. Why the word, because you overemphasize the word love?
Love is all we have. If you don't have love, you have nothing. That's everything. Everything's built off love. Foundation, family, your spiritual means, everything's built off that. So if you don't have that, you really don't have anything. So you got to put that in your spirit to be able to live. If you don't have love in your spirit, it's going to be hard to exist.
So you have a young kid from the inner
Yes.
city of Jackson that wants to express himself through a book. What would you tell a young black kid from Jackson, Mississippi, to get started in writing a book? And do you write them ideas down first? How do you
Yes.
get started?
Well, first of all, for my babies that would love to be authors in the future, know that you can do it. It's nothing that you can't do. You put your ideas down, you write it, you get collective and thoughtful with it, and you marinate on that. You know what I'm saying? Being a writer is just how you feel and your expression and how you feel and how you see it. And the beautiful part about being a writer is you can express it and tell your story. And in telling your story, you have facts and things that you can relate to and spread to others to get that message across. Right. See, I believe our babies are smart enough to be a generation of Harry Potters. But we as self-published authors, we have to show them the fundamentals of what it takes to be a self-published author. And the first thing of being a self-published author is believing in yourself and knowing that you can.
Right.
So once you put that element behind you, everything else now is where your thought takes you.
Wow.
See, my thing is I wanted to work with babies from basically 5 years old to 8 years old, 10 years old, to get them to understand that they are loved and they are appreciated, because nobody's telling them that. We have to tell them that. We have to show them that. And it's going to take more than mommy telling them. It's going to take more than daddy telling them, because there's not the only set of ears that they're going to hear. So with that, we're going to have to be collectively as a community to harness our baby's energy and let them know it's okay to be you. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to be creative. And there's power in the pen. When you're a writer, that means everything goes off what you present it as. So if you present it in a way that's acceptable, you'll be received like that.
Amen. Bestseller?
Yes.
Bestseller?
Just trying to get it.
Come on, baby. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. All right. How can people get hold to you? How can they reach out to you to purchase your book?
Yes.
And also, I want to ask you this question here. How can the community, different schools, high school, elementary, kindergarten, how can they get hold to you to bring you in to share your testimony about your book?
Hey, thank you for that. Well, all my books are on all the book outlets, Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, et cetera, but I'm also my independent owner. So you can go on my Facebook page, Rodgers Howard, and look up me and get with me directly, or my IG Instagram page, RJLakers66. My email address is Rodgers Howard Jr, the number 7, @gmail.com. And you can connect with me directly, and I'll get you anything that you need, coming or going with book shipments, appearance, or anything through those outlets.
Last question. What is the ultimate goal behind that book?
The ultimate goal for me in this book is to have this book in every elementary school in America. And what I mean by that is giving our babies the example they need to grow. Right. We have to give them that, man. A lot of them don't have that. So we have to be the gapper to fill in the space to let them understand that we care. And once they see that you care, they're going to care.
Awesome.
But we have to be, as adults, to humble ourselves, to reach down to them and bring them up.
Well, I hear the music playing. I just want to thank you so much for coming down to Jackson, little old bitty Jackson.
I love Jackson, man.
My pastor in St. Louis, he always said that Jackson, Mississippi is the motherland of the country.
Man, what did I tell you?
Welcome to the motherland.
Man, love Jackson. What did I tell you, man? This is a gold mine.
Yeah, said that today. So guys, I'm so honored to have Mr. Rodgers Howard on my show, the Robert Bob Ford Sr. Talk Show. First one. We love you guys. Stay with us. Stay tuned. We got big and better things coming. We love you guys forever. Get his book, ABC of Love. God bless. We'll see you on the backside.